Oh, this is gonna be a fun video, ladies and gentlemen. And you know they say one man's trash is another man's treasure, I suppose. So, I'm going to try and turn a dumpster fire into a life lesson using an event which occurred over the last 24 hours. Now, Styx Hexenhammer, who I'm sure many of you are familiar with, as Styx is good people. He debated, and I use that term very loosely, mind you, some young white liberal girl from the Young Turks. Now, saying young white liberal girl TYT will very likely conjure up a certain stereotypical caricature. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh dear lord, is she ignorant as hell, dim-witted, yet drips with nothing but condescending arrogance with an incredibly fragile ego, you would be correct in your assessment. Now, Styx, in my opinion, is the best political commentator on YouTube, so I'm likely to be biased towards common sense, but we're dealing with a leftist here, so obviously that's nowhere to be found. So, naturally, given the previous criteria, I knew this was going to be a one-sided catastrophe, a flaming train wreck. I just wanted to tune in to survey the damage, and man, it is so much worse than even I thought. Styx was his usual self, very calm and collected, very measured, on point. The lass, on the other hand, oof. And if you think I'm being biased or unfair, I'll link the stream in the description and watch it for yourself. Every time she gets pressed, she keeps deviating to the framing. One comment said, she will forever be known as the framing girl. It's pretty funny. But there are three key moments on her part. She in the end said incel, which is the cream of the crop of the desperate battle cries of the vanquished. She went on this, I would say, 10-minute plus ramble of a monologue. Remember, this was a debate supposedly about unions, but she veered off wildly into this pre-colonial era exploitation and wages, basically channeling a dropped-on-head Karl Marx. Even Styx, who was not known for facially emoting much, even his face at one point screamed, "Holy Moses, she is still talking." It was quite unhinged. But the best moment was this.
And what would you say about the right to work, for instance, in certain states? Let's say that I join a company, a factory, or whatever it happens to be, corporation, and I want to weld things. I'm going to become a metal welder. And there's a union involved with the factory there. The employer wants to hire me. I don't want to be part of a union. I don't want to pay dues. I don't give a shit about the union. I don't have any problem with just working on my own. Do you believe that my individual liberty to work a job should be hazarded because I don't want to pay into a union that might have political leanings, endorsing candidates, etc.?
I believe regardless of workers' understanding of the importance of unions, their individual liberty to not have their labor exploited should be their right. And so
they'll be exploited by the union instead of the corporation.
Which is perfectly reasonable. I don't want to be part of a union. I don't believe in the union. I don't wish to be extorted. That should be your right as a worker. No one should be forced to join a union as a condition of employment. Styx is libertarian. This is perfectly in line with his views.
We can't fault them for not having the education to understand that it's in their self-interest.
Like you, those coal miners out there with their associate's degrees are so much less than you. You must make the decision for them.
I'm gonna bust this bitch head when we get outside.
And there it was. The mask-off moment revealed the typical smug, arrogant fucking know-it-all. The funny thing is as well, the killing headshot didn't even come from Styx. She pulled the mask off and shot herself in the face. Styx just pointed it out. What a genius. This type of creature is the typical kind of one cranked out by the modern-day university apparatus. It's not one that has any capacity to think. No, it's just an indoctrinated tool. And not a very good one either. It's just equipped with a couple of talking points, like an old sponge. Once you wring it out, you'll quickly discover there's nothing there. Not to go too off topic here, but she rambled on about profit and exploitation, the usual shite you would hear from someone who has no life experience or the first fucking clue about economics. She mentioned working in a bar. Now, I don't own a business and I've never worked in a bar. However, I do know through the powers of lectures, reading books, common sense, and having a penis, thank God, that should I choose to embark on the journey of opening a bar, there is a myriad of things I would have to consider before even thinking of doing so. Where would it be located? The price? What's around the location? The foot traffic? The average age of the location? What kind of decor would appeal to that kind of demographic? What bars are in the area, if at all? What do they serve? How are they doing? Have there been any other bars in the location? Why did they close? What did they serve? Is there a market for a different type of alcohol that I could serve that could differentiate me from the competition? All of these things are going to factor in. I'm not going to just open the establishment and expect money to come flying at my gig like I strapped the fucking Acme-style magnet to the damn door. My capacity to generate profit from a business venture is contingent on my ability to best serve the customer, not exploit the damn workers. I mean, the workers don't mean a damn thing if I can't provide a desired product. Heaven's sake, this is so childishly stupid. You know, when I was young, I thought, man, older people are so much wiser, they have it all figured out. And then when I got a little bit older myself, especially given the last 3 years, now I realize humans are just stupid as hell in general. But anyway, I'm getting kind of sidetracked here. When you lose a debate, especially publicly like this, right? The wise thing to do is to be quiet, gracious in defeat. Actually, the first sensible thing to do would be to acknowledge you lost it all, but, that would be step one. But anyway, go back to the drawing board, look at the position of the opposition, do some research, develop more depth to your own stance. Basically, shut the fuck up, right? I mean, the wisest move of all would be to abandon leftism entirely because it's gay, but we are dealing with an indoctrinated young'un here, especially one of the XX variety, so let's not pray for miracles. But anyway, what you don't do is go on Twitter, publicly huff the copium, and post and retweet every pathetic little soy cuck simp who would sniff your undergarments to try and prove the points with which you lost with. If you want to show the world you have no capacity to learn and flex your thinnest of skin and your brittle-ass little ego, do that. And for anyone who thinks, oh, you're just simming for Sticks, no, Sticks won. He doesn't need me to do shit. I just wanted to do this because it's funny. I've seen enough debates to know the loser leftists always do this, because in case this needs to be reiterated, Twitter is not an echo chamber. The walls are rather permeable. If you go up against someone like Sticks who has a much larger following than you, he's gonna share it and laugh, and people like me who follow him are gonna shitpost, because it's funny. Oh, and by the way, here is a bonus lesson, and I really should follow my own advice here. Do not antagonize the Sims. They're even dumber than those they sim for. Oh, you incel and misogynist. Oh, you've rumbled me. Don't use the same damn insult as the one you're simping for, you mindless pleb. Now you've degraded yourself from simp down to drone. Well done. As you can see from one of the ones who've blocked me. It's got nothing to do with their genitals, you moron. We're gonna dunk on anyone who says that kind of stupid BS. Genitals be damned. All the ones who post a picture from somewhere like 10 damn years ago, that's cringing gay. Or if you saved it with the intention of posting it multiple times, you're a bottom. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, and by the way, I don't like it when the right does this shit either. Just in the middle of a thread go, oh, is this you, bro? Oh, yeah, wear it on the libs, bro. It's so fucking cringe. This is the reason why Twitter is such a shit show. Due to everyone having the attention span of a damn gnat and the character limit. No one can say anything of substance beyond the single tweet. It's just a spastic barrage of the lowbrow jab. That's why the whole platform is such a bloody cesspool. And that is all for today, and I will see you all next time.
Earlier that day, a Twitter handle claiming to represent Young Turks employees had announced on the social media platform their intention to form a union. In the staff meeting, the network's co-founder and influential host, Cenk Uygur, urged employees not to do so, arguing that a union does not belong at a small independent outlet like the Young Turks, according to two workers who were present. He said if there had been a union at the network, it would not have grown the way it has. Oh my God. Oh, that's delicious. That's some solid stuff. Just straight into my veins, man. Straight into the veins. I'm going to mainline this stuff.